like 3 times. I think we
Yeah,
just
you're
got
no
in.
Thanos over there, sir. It's just not
I'm
quite
no
working
Thanos.
for
Well,
you.
thank goodness, because half the planet would disappear, and we don't want that. But what we do want is this game underway. That's what we have. 10 seconds in, it is still scoreless. No early goals so far. George Mason University A squad on the blue side. Catholic University of America's red team on the orange side. So far, Dr. Fuzzy going up against JK, mid-aerial attack. Catholic looks to go on the attack here, looking for first blood, and a great save deflects it over to the wall. Mason now looking to press up. Mason fully taking control.
And we should have nameplates back on these cars here shortly.
Absolutely. So Mason now looking to go on the attack, and a great push aside from Catholic. Not out of danger yet. Played off the backboard. Mason can't get the drop down shot opportunity. Now under just over a full minute having been played so far. No score on the board as of yet, but it's C10 striking first for George Mason, drawing first blood, 3:44 in.
It was just a matter of time, John. So many shots coming out. GMU turning on the patented aggression. We've seen it week after week. Once again, they turn it up here. Took a little bit longer than expected, about a minute and 15 seconds into this one, but at 3:44, they have found their first goal.
On the face-off, Mason looking to go back onto the attack. Edie Bird looking to be patient back on defense for Catholic Red. Mason starting to push up again. And it is Eli striking for Mason, doubling their advantage. It is 2-0. George Mason University A team on top.
Yeah, big stuff coming out there. Nice little pass coming in, and then Elite getting the job done. Wide open goal, no one to contest. George Mason finds their second goal just seconds after their last one. 3:28 in this one, and it's 2-0 GMUA in game one.
JK going up midfield, played over to the side wall. The drop down shot, it's C10 once again. Joey, the floodgates have opened in a hurry here after the first minute of play. It's 3-0 George Mason.
3 goals in about 15 to 20 seconds time, John. They are clicking on all cylinders. Like I said, when we saw them come out early, we've seen them aggressive week 1, week 2, week 3. So far in this one, they had so many shots within that first minute, none of them falling, but now it seems like every single one is starting to fall, and if not the first one, the rebound getting its way in there. 3-0 Catholic Red needing to find an answer here as they go aggressively to the blue side.
Dr. Fuzzy going up, trying to play the ball off the backboard. Nothing comes of it. Mason to look to press the attack more. They want more goals. Not halfway through game number 1. It's a beautiful shot. It's Elite hitting back post and in. It is 4-0 for George Mason.
George Mason, man, they are just so good when it comes to shooting, John. I feel like they play their teammates very well effectively. They're able to pass it off the wall effectively. They just find ways to get the job done, to find creative opportunities. And in the end, it seems like they sink this ball so many times each match. No different here, at least in game 1, about halfway through.
Extra style points for like the 2 full rotations of the car prior to hitting the ball on that last goal. C10 looking to put another one up for Mason, and C10 will. It is 5-0. George Mason still not halfway through game number 1.
Yeah, once again, another nice pass off the wall there. C10 getting on the end of it. Catholic Red did have a goalie in goal. Unfortunately, not able to react in time as George Mason puts another one in for their 5th.
On the restart, a clean win for George Mason. Plays it into the corner. Ebert back in goal for Catholic. JK takes out Dr. Fuzzy just under that halfway mark. Mason full control of this game. Catholic Red unable to get anything going. Very dominant start here from George Mason. Just over 2 minutes to go, ball through midfield. Mason keeping possession. JK off to the side wall, picks up full boost. Catholic Red will clear the ball. Great rotation coming out from George Mason. C10 trying to be patient. Now JK swerving around back on defense, looking for a great play on the ball. Coming off the ceiling, will pick up possession. using the undercarriage of the car. Finds a teammate. It's a wide open goal for Elite, and it's 6-0 for Mason.
Looks like they're going to finally have an opportunity to get a few shots off. In the end, they get a little bit too aggressive. They pull two players up to midfield, and in doing so, they leave their goal wide open for a counterattack. George Mason finds their sixth.
Just over a minute and a half left to go here in game one. Catholic looking for any kind of momentum they might be able to build upon to take into game two. Game one seems well out of reach now with only 120 left here in game one to go. C10 coming up from the defensive end, looking for that long-range attack, plays it into the corner. Back towards midfield, looking to drop off the ceiling, can't get it to go. Played all the way back into the defensive end. Pardon me, onto their attacking end. Got moved around there just a little bit. 1 minute to go. Dr. Fuzzy looking to go on the attack, will play it deep into Mason's defensive end. This is a great opportunity for Catholic. Can they make something happen? They won't be able to. Mason's flying skills come in handy once again. The shot back post from JK makes it 7-0 for George Mason.
And they were not kidding in this one, John. They have come out all guns a-blazing so far, taking shots all over the field and finding a number of them, moving them past that line to find goals, John. 7 goals so far for George Mason A. Still about 45 seconds left to work with here in game one, but it is very much in favor of GMUA.
AK for Mason looking to add more. 30 seconds to go here in game one, and it's going to be Elite putting up the 8th spot for George Mason. It's a lopsided score, but Mason showing off their skills.
Yeah, I mean, once again, another gorgeous play. Going up in the corner, originally going up aerially, knocking it off the corner, and it just happens to be a perfect pass to a teammate there as Elite puts that one away for that 8th goal. About 25 seconds left to work with. They're looking at a potential double-digit goal tally here. So they got to get it done in 20 seconds.
So going to go off the backboard. Elite follows up from C10. Joey, 19 seconds left. Can they get double digits?
John, at the rate they are shooting now, I think double digits is very possible. Again, for the Catholic Red side, though, they're in a tough position. You're not going to win game one. What adjustments can you make going into game two? And at this point, I think one of the big ones, momentum-wise, is just to block that 10th goal. If Catholic can come out here, again, they're still going to lose by 9, but if you can say you didn't let them get to double digits, at least you have some little bit to carry with you going into game two.
Moral victories are still victories in some sense. Always build upon that, and it looks like as long as the ball hits the ground, it's a good clearance from Petey Bird there. Pretty much going to do it for game one. He'll hit the ground, and 9-0 will be your final score here in game one. Joey, I don't want to be that guy, but I feel like our 3-0 predictions might be safe. That was a very dominant performance from George Mason University's A team. You know, coming into this matchup, we knew it was going to be a little bit of a lopsided match. We really wanted to see how Catholic Reds developed over the last couple of weeks, see if they were able to correct some of those mistakes. But it just feels like that maybe George Mason University's A team may not be the best opponent to see if those mistakes and those changes were actually made, just because they are just so dominant. And we saw that here in game one. It was just a very impressive performance overall from all 3 members.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we've said before, GMUA is one of the better teams we've seen so far in the conference, at least this spring season. They've continued to bring it game after game. They're an ultra-aggressive team that likes to take a lot of shots. They took a lot of shots in this one, and they made a lot of those converted into goals as well. So we'll have to see what ends up happening here for the Catholic Red side going into game two, what adjustments they can make. Again, even if they're not going to win out in the series, John, as we've predicted the 3-0, I think it's very likely after game one. But for Catholic Red, if they can cut down on that goal tally and maybe put 1 or 2 up on their own, I think that is showing growth week over week.
100%, Joey. Let's go ahead and get into game two. As I do understand it, it's ready to go. We'll see if Catholic University of America's Red Squad will be able to bounce back. We'll see if George Mason's dominant performance will carry over into game two. Mason up 1-0 in the series after that 9-0 win in game one. Let's see if Catholic Red can respond. So far, looks like it's Mason going on the attack once again. JK picking the ball up from midfield, looks to play it into the corner. Can't get the ball out of the corner. We'll go back for boost. C10 now trying to come back in. Catholic Red will get the clearance. A beautiful poke there by C10, just being patient, just can't hold on to possession though. It's Petey Bird flying in. Had an opportunity near post, just sent it wide. JK takes out the quorum for Catholic Red, and C10 coming up once again. The shot opening it up to scoring, 4:19 to go, and Mason strikes first.
Yeah, it took them a little while to get started here. It took them a little while to get started in game one, but that did not stop them from scoring after that. We'll have to see if it's any different here in game two. Catholic giving up that first goal, but again, plenty of time to adapt, plenty of time to sit back and try to see how you can try different strategies up against a team like GMUA. One that is not going to work very well is going to be a counterattacking strategy, at least from the aggression we've seen so far. Yes, GMUA plays pull up quite effectively, but they also rotate back so effectively as well, and it makes it very tough for teams to find openings. Even when the GMUA side misses a shot, they seem to always be rotating back already, so it's not an easy counterattack to play. So Catholic Red is going to have to get a little bit creative here moving forward into this series.
Mason looking for more. JK now back on the defense. Gets credit for the save, a good clearance. Mason's two-game clean sheet intact so far. Not out of danger yet. It's Dr. Fuzzy trying to press. Can't get the shot off. Peterbird going up. No dice there. JK now alongside, full boost. Ball bounces just over the car. C10 off the side wall. Looks to put it under the crossbar. It's on the goal line. Just has to sneak through. And it's JK on cleanup duty. 2-0 for George Mason.
This is not a pretty one for either side. George Mason A with an initial nice shot. Catholic Red, two opportunities to clear that one out with two guys right there on the line. Unfortunately, not able to get the job done as George Mason is able to poke it over for their second goal of game two.
On the restart, Catholic did get a beneficial draw off that face-off, but can't hold on to possession. It's Mason going back on the attack. Good clearance from Dr. Fuzzy, but C10 from deep in his own defensive end will play it back in. Mason looking to go back on the attack. The Elite's looking to go around collecting boosts, and it's a joint effort in midair for Mason. Fortunately, neither player could get a clean hit on the ball. Now C10 and JK again. Teamwork makes the dream work, Joey, but I don't know if both players trying to hit the ball at the same time works. But Mason will sure try. JK picking up from midfield, looking to try to carry it in. Petey Bird with a great save. Under the halfway mark here, it's only 2-0, not as high scoring as we saw in game one. Some changes may have been made here on the side of Catholic Red so far. The drop shot from C10 near post and in. I may have jinxed him, Joey. It's 3-0 for Mason.
Yeah, that's a tough one. C10 getting there, bumping the ball to stop it in its place, taking it off the wall, and then eventually following it all the way through the air to just force it into that post. Not really a save opportunity there, because if someone comes in, it's going to bounce off the post or it's going to bounce off of C10's car. In the end, regardless of who touches it, it's going into the goal, and it's going to be George Mason's third goal here in game two. About 2 minutes left to go. They're scoring a lot slower than we saw in game one, but still scoring all the same as they do have a 3-0 lead here in game two.
Fuzzy getting a shot off for Catholic Red. Under 2 minutes to go. And Elite's looking for the pool shot. Back corner pocket and in. It is 4-0 for George Mason.
Yeah, Petey Bird with a nice little stop initially there, but unfortunately for him, George Mason A comes in fast and furious. Elite picks up the boost and then eventually takes the shot. George Mason A now 4-0, 148 left to go here in game two. GMUA leading the series 1-0.
Off the backboard, Dr. Fuzzy back on defense. Petey Bird gets the save. Drops down in front of goal. Good clearance for Catholic Red, but it doesn't last long as C10 will play it back in, looking to go in the corner. Off the ceiling. Nothing happens from that attack for Mason. Still up by 4. 1:20 to go here in game two. Mason feeling pretty good about their performance so far after a dominant game one. Showing a solid performance here in game two as well. Dr. Fuzzy's shot has one player to beat, but it goes wide. Great chance for Catholic to finally get on the board, but the shot goes wide from Dr. Fuzzy. C10 now into the corner, under a minute to go. Petey Bird looks to pick it up. It's McCorum looking to open up the scoring, but no, Elite gets back in time. Keeps the clean sheet intact. It's still 4-0. Now it's Elite looking to go the other way. Catholic able to push it back. Now Catholic has a chance here. Will they be able to dunk it? They will not be able to. Catholic still unable to get on the scoreboard. And Elite will clear it for George Mason. Now Elite, the follow-up shot, back post. Would have gone wide. Good push away for Catholic. Now C10 back in the defensive end, looks to play it off the back. Can't get control. The follow-up too high and wide. Catholic still looking for their first goal here in the series. Now Elite clears it, and there's nobody home. Near post and in, it is George Mason A 5. Catholic Red 0, 13 seconds to go.
As you said, John, nobody home. Catholic Red is racing to the door here, but unfortunately, McCorum getting there just slightly too late. 5-0 now, George Mason in the lead and keeping that lead rolling as they are up by 5 goals with only 13 seconds left to go here in game 2.
All played in the corner. It's Petey Bird picking it up now. McCorum looking for at least a goal. Pushed aside from George Mason. 3 seconds to go. Shot goes high and wide. It is 5-0 for George Mason University's A team over Catholic Red. Now they're up 2-0 in the series, Joey. It's a total of 14 goals scored between game 1 and game 2. 14 unanswered goals for George Mason as Catholic struggling to get anything going on offense.
Not only that, John, but looking at the shots as well, we have 10 shots coming out from the side of George Mason A versus 4 from the side of Catholic Red. But on top of that, so many of those shots, 50% of those shots turning into goals. George Mason has just been so clinical so far in the series. Game 2, again, they didn't score as many goals as we saw in game 1, but overall still taking the shots, still finding ways to get them to cross the line. And again, a dominant victory here in game 2. Nothing against Catholic Red, but this GMU A team just continues to show us why they're at the top of the standings right now.
Absolutely. 5-0 in game 2. It wasn't a 9-0 result that we saw in game 1, but it was still a very overall dominant performance for George Mason. They're now on match point. Joey, we predicted 3-0. I feel like they're going to do it. I just, unfortunately, I haven't seen that ability to adapt from Catholic Red here through game 1 and game 2. It's just a really tall order, as not 16 seconds in, it's George Mason striking first. JK opening it up again 16 seconds in, and now they lead 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, Catholic Red did a good job coming into game 2. Well, in game 1, they stopped them from hitting double digits. That's a small victory here and there. In game 2, they definitely slowed down the scoring of GMUA. They weren't putting up as many shots. They weren't putting up as many goals as a result. At the same point, they still scored quite a few, and they did take a handy win over there in game 2. Coming into game 3, I think Catholic has to do some of the same of what we saw in game 2, but find a way to increase their own shots as well. They're getting very few shots off, mainly because they're under an onslaught from GMUA almost the whole game, but they got to find a way to turn that around. They got to find a way to possess this ball a little bit longer and eventually turn those into a few more shots for themselves.
C10 will full boost on the side wall, getting pushed around by Catholic a little bit. Elite coming to aid. JK will pick it back up in the defensive end, looking to bring it in through midfield. Played off the backboard. The drop down shot opportunity won't go. Dr. Fuzzy looking to get the ball out of the zone. Played into the corner. C10 with a chance. Too high, looking for the rebound. Just mistimed it. But the follow-up from Elite will make it 2-0 for George Mason University A.
Just continuing to pour on those shots, continuing to pour on the goals. C10 off the wall. Elite eventually picking it up and putting it into the back of the net. 2-0 GMUA leads, 3:51 left to go here in game 3. And again, John, there's not really too much to talk about here as Catholic is just still struggling to find opportunities to shoot. A lot of that being the reasoning of GMUA just continuing to pour on that aggression.
Elite looking for C10, hits the crossbar. Catholic needing to get the ball out of their defensive end. JK rotates back around, plays it back in. Elite back in the midfield position, will play it off the side wall. As C10 can't get a clean hit, will sail into the corner. Mason still looking to add more goals onto the scoreboard. Back in their defensive end, Catholic with the chance, gets pushed into the corner. Edieberg gets taken out from the demo. Now it's Elite into the corner, looking for the rebound. Just missed times at C10. coming on cleanup duty, could not get the angle. Petey Bird back through midfield for Catholic now. It's challenged, and they will lose possession. Corum with a great chance midfield, picking up possession, tries to get a shot off. Approaching halfway here in game 3, 2-0 for George Mason. Still doable for Catholic Red. They might be able to make a comeback here in this game and maybe steal a game here in this series. We've now hit that halfway mark here in game 3. Dr. Fuzzy plays the ball into the corner. JK and C10 back on defense. JK with the clearance. Going to the opposite side of the field. Corum off the ceiling, can't get strong enough touch on it. Dangerous drop down. Dr. Fuzzy clears through midfield. And Elite plays that ball perfectly and sails it into the offensive corner for Mason. Beaver looking to pick it up, beats one defender. JK is there. All played into the corner. JK with the clearance over to Elite. With full boost, looking to set a play up. JK is going up, looking to drop it under. Hits the crossbar. A beautiful goal if they were able to convert. Still 2-0. 1:40 to go here in game 3. C10 able to play the ball back into the corner, still keeping that 2-game clean sheet here into game 3.
Catholic is just having so many tough opportunities. Yes, they got a little bit lucky on saving that goal from becoming a third George Mason goal. But then on the other side, the ball just sat in front of frame for so long. Catholic not able to top it in. Just get that final touch onto it. They weren't able to do it as George Mason clears it out. It's just been a little tough to watch this one, John. Catholic Red looking better here in game 3 than game 1 and 2, but still not getting too many opportunities to be able to equalize.
All across the face of goal, Catholic just out of position from tapping that one in and opening up the scoring for them in this series. 50 seconds left. JK beats one defender looking near post, and Petey Bird flies back in time, gets the save. C10 looking for the backdoor shot, won't get it to go. 40 seconds to go. 2-0. Mason, their scoreline here in game 3 and their series lead. Dr. Fuzzy through midfield, can't pick it up. JK off the backboard. C10 looking to knock it down, won't get it to go. Dr. Fuzzy will pick up possession for Catholic. JK will play it back in, another chance looking for goal number 3. Elite is there. Plays it just too high, 10 seconds to go. Beaver gets the clearance out through midfield. JK will pick it up. With 1 second left, the ball will hit the ground. 2-0 is your final score here.